Decisive Discernment. March 25, 2014. We have something important for you to consider. When you are about to make a decision, what are you basing your choice on? Before you decide one way or the other, have you compiled all the necessary information in order to make the best optimal choice? Have you ever made a decision, dear ones, without knowing all the facts beforehand, no matter how hard you searched to know more, where certain answers eluded you? Before making any decision, the questions you ask yourself are pertinent to how you finally choose. We know how confusing it can be for you to look for meaningful answers to your important questions before you are about to make a decision. Sometimes the more you look for the answers before you decide, the more the choice becomes complicated. What is found is that you either have too much information, or there are too many opinions and point of views offered that you forget why you are looking, and begin not knowing who or what to believe. At every turn of your life, regardless if you are on the spiritual quest or working on improving your life both personally and professionally, decisions are a huge part of your day. Learning to teach yourself to ask the right questions, the questions that will provide enough information for you to make a choice that fits where you are at the moment, is a skill we encourage each of you to develop and to hone often. Truth is, dear ones, you base the majority of your decisions on the answers you find and receive. This is because you prefer to make informed choices, to know what the pros and cons are before going forward. Allowing yourself to weigh any information that has been gathered provides you with the ability to make the best possible choice from all the options that became available. If you look around you, not just within your circle of family and close friends but from casual observation, you will conclude that not everyone bothers to take the time to search for answers or to think before they make a decision that cannot be unmade, because you understand decisions are based on actions. Actions cannot be undone once they have been put into play. How many times have you heard yourself wonder about others when it comes to a poor decision they have made? What were they thinking? Remember, dear ones, each of you has your own personal criteria when it comes to making decisions. Even if you can see a friend or loved one is about to make a poor decision because they didn't get enough facts or they jumped too quickly, it is their responsibility and up to them to learn. You can warn them all you want, expel a great amount of energy, but in the end, they understand the power of their will and they will choose anyway. How each of you comes to learn certain life lessons is all individual, but remember and try to understand that the majority of your lessons have come from making decisions. Sometimes the right information is not available, sometimes you must make decisions without knowing all the facts, but you still make a choice, and each choice you make you are responsible for. And that choice could be as simple as the words you choose to express yourself at any given time. Your choice could be how you choose to act. You also have the choice to have positive and light-loving thoughts, and you have the choice to be responsible for your choices, or to ignore them and not learn from them. Choices are everywhere. Many of you choose to hide from the truth, even if it's your own truth. No matter what path you are on, each step you take is made from making decisions and choices. Sometimes finding the right information regarding certain lifestyle changes can pose as a real challenge, which can result in not being able to make better decisions. This is easily identified when you are looking for the best diet, exercise regime, or other life-changing decisions you are considering on making. Sometimes it can take weeks to find exactly what you are looking for. Many times in the search for reliable information that fits your needs can make the hunt more confusing, but if you train yourself to be focused on the reason behind your choice, then you will have a much better success rate at finding what it is you are looking for. We understand that you are living in an age where information is on overload. It's coming to you at astronomical rate. Learn to sort through all the clutter and focus on what is best for you. If you are unsure at any time, dear ones, do not hesitate to ask for a little light from God to direct you, and trust in your heart which direction to go. Taking the time to hone your decision-making skill doesn't just happen one or two times in your life, it is something that needs your consistent effort. Many of your brothers and sisters of God wish that this skill was introduced while you were at school learning all the necessary academics. Learning to make better decisions by asking yourself the right questions and by searching for the right information is something each of you learned at a young age, without formal education. Many times you learn this just by watching how your brothers and sisters in your family interact, or how other family members ask for things. You learn by observation on what works and what doesn't, and you apply what you see in your own way, polishing this new skill up so that it fits you. If you have ever watched a baby cry, you know it cannot simply ask or tell what it wants. It has to cry or make little noises in order to be heard and to get attention. Then the parent or caregiver quickly discerns what the baby needs, and all is quiet again. As the baby matures, this changes a bit, but the basis of understanding of needs being met is understood. As the baby grows and matures, learning how to change the questions or to probe with different search criteria still brings the desired result for the moment. Even now, with all the information literally at your fingertips, making a decision is still one of the hardest things for many dear souls to make. You are learning each day, dear ones, even on days you feel you are learning nothing, you are still learning. Sometimes sitting back and watching the world move around you is what is needed to see things from a different perspective. If you make a poor choice and have to face certain consequences as a result, then you do. You can choose to hide from them, but they will only fester and become worse. It is always best to face the consequences of your poor choices in order to learn what went wrong and to make right the next time around. Nothing is ever wasted or lost. Remember this, dear ones. So many dear souls mumble, "I just wasted my time," or "it was such a waste of time to do all that," when sometimes what they did was necessary. Sometimes the outcome doesn't come forward right away, sometimes the outcome is delayed, and even if the outcome doesn't come as expected, learning was still achieved, and that learning is stored as knowledge inside of you to be used the next time around and to help you make better choices in the future. Don't fear questioning yourself before you decide to do something. You never know when one decision could bring great change into your life, and the questions you ask have an enormous influence on your choices. When you are asking questions from yourself or from others that will help you make better informed choices, make a point to not ask circular type questions, ask questions that are relevant. Before you go looking for answers, make sure you know what your main objective is, the purpose behind your decision. Focus and allow clarity to come through all the confusion that has created fog in your ability to think clearly and concisely. When you have compiled a lot of information, take a good look at what you have found and hone in on what truly applies to the purpose of your decision, and let go of the rest. You might find that you need to reevaluate your purpose. Remind yourself of the importance of this decision. When you do this, dear ones, you are bringing in more clarity that will help you maintain focus. We know when you are searching through the World Wide Web, you will find thousands if not millions of suggestions to your search criteria. Choose from the most reliable of sources and practice discernment each and every time. Trust your inner self to guide you to what is meant for you that will help you make the best and most informed choice. Even when you have plenty of reliably sourced material to go through that will benefit you and help you make a better decision, you will find from all that you gathered, experienced also provides a lot of valuable information. You have experienced so much already, and all that you have learned is inside of you to help you make better choices. Learning to listen to your own inner wisdom takes time, and we encourage each of you to try. The more you tune into your inner wisdom and trust in its guidance, the more you learn to rely on it, because you will build a trust with your inner self. We know so many dear souls like going to external sources for information, possibly because they don't always trust nor have faith with what is already inside of them, so they need another person's concept to clarify what is already being urged by their inner self. But in truth, dear ones, the many answers you are searching for before making certain choices are already inside of you, ready to guide you to making excellent choices. Making choices will be easy some days and seem so difficult on other days. How you decide which way to go is up to you, and we encourage you to value where these answers come from, and learn how to direct the amount of information received into new directions from choices you made. Look around you, dear ones, externally and internally, and see that your life right now is a reflection of the choices you have already made. How your tomorrow will be all depends on the decisions you make today. Look at all the power you wield. Your choices control the direction of your future. Better choices require more thinking, better questions, and more searching to be done. We understand that your day is busy enough with all the tasks that are before you. Remember, each task you do and in the order you do them is because of your made choices. By changing your thoughts, you change your choices, and when you change your choices, new possibilities and opportunities open up that show promise in new directions. Choices are endless, and we know you have mountains of learning to reach, and you will with one choice and one step at a time. And so it is. I'm Ascended Master, El Morya, through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com